Morning, everybody. So today it's Friday. Ready for the weekend. Let's see. Today I wanted to talk about kind of like you reap what you sow, right? Law of attraction, power of positive thinking, all that goodness. But I really like the term reap what you sow as a way to describe it. Plus, it's biblical, so it's rooted in like a deeper truth that most people can kind of understand and resonate with. But just things that I've been, practicing as of late, especially along the lines of yesterday's video about manifestation, and just what do you want to be in life and what are you attracting to yourself. So, example, yesterday I was attracting poverty thoughts to myself, and I think I've successfully achieved a little bit of poverty in my life, right? And I don't want to do that anymore, right? I want to be manifesting prosperity thoughts, right? And abundance thoughts and wealth thoughts and my cup overfloweth kind of thoughts, right? And sure, that's money, whatever, but it goes into everything in life, really. I mean, it can be about your health, right? When you're having a detox of sorts and you're not feeling good, are you going to keep saying, whoa, I don't feel good, whoa, I don't feel good, and then you just keep kind of spurring around in your misery a little bit? Or are you going to power through and just be like, I'm detoxing now to feel better. I'm detoxing now to feel better, right? You see where you put the emphasis? You put it on the other end of the spectrum. Man, it's sunny. You put it on the other end of the spectrum, and then you begin attracting that thought of feeling better, instead of feeling the whole woe is me, woe is me, woe is me, right? So I know a lot of people out there who are on this journey are going through some stuff right now, and it's tough and it ain't fun, and it just is what it is. But that's not a healthy way to look at it. It's good to understand what it is, but let's just stay on the path, right? Let's just stay looking ahead, saying, I know why I'm doing what I'm doing, and it's leading me to greener pastures, and I know this to be true, right? So yes, health, reap what you sow. Are you going to reap, oh, I'm sick, oh, I'm detoxing? No, you're going to reap, no, I'm getting better, and I'm becoming the best version of myself I can possibly be, right? And any other thought is really just a waste of your time, and any other thought is really just you're attracting that energy that you don't even want to deal with. So why bother? I know it's easier said than done. Trust me, I'm trying to learn it right now, but it's true. And so videos like this are to help me reestablish that thought process in my life and hopefully plant the seed out there for everybody else too, right? So wealth, health, even just everything you do in life. Pretend you're talking to somebody you maybe have a love interest in, right? You can't go into the conversation defeated already, like, oh, she'll never like me, or she'll never have those feelings for me, you know what I mean? No, that's not how it works. You go into that conversation and you say, this is me. I'm pretty, successful, or I have it going on, however you want to say it. And this is the best version of me, and this version of me is a great version, and people are going to be attracted to it and for what it's worth, and the right people are going to want to be with me versus not be with me, right? So instead of having that rejection mentality, like, oh, I'm rejected, before you even start the game, that's not going to do you any good. So again, don't attract any of those kind of feelings or thoughts. Go into something thinking about and feeling the outcome that you want, right? Especially the feeling part. I mean, they say that feeling and emotions are kind of our connection to our soul, and that's where a lot of our power comes from, especially this manifestation creation power that I keep talking about, right? So when you go into something and you already feel the outcome of it and you sit with it and you resonate with it, then that's what's going to happen, And if it doesn't happen for whatever reason, it probably wasn't meant to happen, God had a different plan in mind, but that's not how we're thinking about stuff, right? Don't ever think of the glass half empty kind of mindset. It's always half full and it's filling up, and then it's going to overflow it, And I mean, shoot, like a good example of this thing I do at work now is these estimates that I do. When I started the job, they were like, well, if you get 1 to 3% of your jobs won, then you've done a good job. And I'm like, why? So if I do 100 jobs, I'm going to win 3 of them, and that's great? I'm like, no, I'm not thinking like that. I want to go in and win every single stinking one. I'm not wasting my time on something I'm going to lose. That makes no sense, right? I mean, I get it. That's the industry mindset or whatever, but that's great. For everybody else, that's great. But that's not how I'm going to play it. I'm going to go in there and win. And I'm going to win because what's the point of not winning? You know what I mean? There is no point. It's just a waste of time and energy and stuff. So anyway, Hopefully my phone doesn't fall off here. This is the dead man's corner. So hang tight for 30 seconds while I make this turn. I haven't got a case for my phone yet, so it's still slipping and sliding in the little holder that I got. But it's been doing better as of late, so hopefully it keeps up. It's just kind of this turn right here. Anyway, what else was I getting at? Yeah, so what? Work. You're going to go in there, you're going to win. I mean, money. You're going to be wealthy. Don't think poverty. Health. You're going to be healthy. Don't think sickness, right? Anger or sad or any of those emotions that don't do you any good, you're not going to be those. You're going to be happy and joyful and harmonious and kind and loving to everybody, right? Don't let anybody else get you down like that, or don't even get yourself down like that. Just be what you want to be. Reap what, I mean, it's literally reap what you sow, right? So if you, and we all know thoughts are powerful. Even Jesus mentioned that thoughts are powerful in the Bible when he mentioned he was in the hearts of some of the Pharisees, and kind of he knew what they were thinking. He talks about, you know, if you lust after a woman in your mind, you've already committed the sin or whatever, right? You didn't actually do it, you just thought it. So thoughts are powerful. So in addition to this whole manifestation, creation, reap what you sow thing, I mean, it's all coming from those thought forms. Thoughts are powerful. So it's one of those things that I'm trying to spend a lot of time on right now, where I'm just like staying on the good side of everything, staying on the positive side of everything, reaping, sowing those seeds so that when they blossom, I can look back and be like, yes, that's exactly what I expected, because that's exactly what I put out, right? That's the law of attraction stuff. I put those thoughts out, they're going to come to me, right? Anytime I swirl down in fear and I think of the other things that I don't want, I'm just bringing those things to me. So don't really waste your time with any of those kind of thought processes. I mean, Dr. Wilson has an article about the rogues, and there's an article about the rogues, and the rogues, like, there's kind of a reason, like, why are they here? Because, you know, they're kind of like not that fun to deal with. But one of the points he brought up is like, maybe it's to teach us a lesson that we shouldn't be having these negative thoughts, because our thoughts are powerful, and everything that we see in the world that's kind of dark and let's just say not so fun is just us creating that. So, you know, we need to become aware of this, and that's maybe the best way for us to see it, and see the dark side of the moon, if you know what I'm trying to say. So anyway, that's pretty much all I got today. So hope y'all have a good Friday and a good weekend, and God bless, and hoorah.